Hi everybody, welcome back to My Mini Homestead. Not a lot has happened today. We got some work done around the place, but I thought I would show you what the yard is looking like. But what was it, around 11 o'clock today? One of the workers knocked on our door and said, somebody hit the gas line. And you would have seen in previous videos up on the hillside, I'll turn this around. Up on the hillside, if you look at past videos, you will see like a red pipe that went through here, and that was the gas line. And so down over there, someone hit it. So let me show you what has happened since I posted my last video. So on Wednesday, or let's see, Thursday, I contacted the city and said, look, need to meet with you guys because this is not going well. And we have some concerns. And also we want to know what the plan is going forward. But let me show you this. This is now the hillside by our potting shed. See the nice big rock? Stuff is coming down. And if you saw previous videos, you would have seen a retaining wall. The retaining wall is covered. The reason they put the retaining wall in there was to protect the side of our building. So way down there you can see retaining wall, but there's 4 or 5 blocks here, it's all gone. And over here now, the gravel is right up to the poly level. Let me go in a bit closer so you can see that better. So you can see right there, it's all the way up to the poly. So pressure is going on that. And I mean, just look at all the gravel that has fallen down. So let's go a little bit higher. So our potatoes and our cauliflower is growing, but look at this, all of this down here. So I was told to have my pickup out at the back of here because they would come in here and clean this up, because you can see all that crack stuff down there is clay. And this is what happened during the flooding. And they were going to have somebody come in and clean it. So took all the pipes apart, etc., got it all ready, then never got done. And I mean, my beds now are holding the gravel back. So let's go. Oh man, rocks everywhere. Oh yeah. This came down off the hill. There's another piece farther down. They'd actually come in here and pulled the gravel on the lawn back, but still, that is where our stake is. And it's at a slant. And so like you can see all of this in front of that stake. And when you look, oh, there goes another vehicle. And when you look at the end of the bed, you can see the gravel has hit the bed stopped it. There's all this gravel behind the blueberries, etc. And now, this retaining wall up here, you can see all the gravel is coming down onto it, and some of it is falling over the edge. So what we want, and we had a friend, our neighbor, a great guy, come over on Sunday to see everything. Here, let me just back this up. I didn't realize I was still zoomed in. There. So had our neighbor come over. Like I said, he's a great guy. Because we're women, I really feel that nobody's listening to us, right? So here's this retaining wall. And at this point, I mean, look at the gravel on it. It's not going to retain this stuff. This stuff is just going to keep coming. You can tell all the big rocks that have dropped down into here. And then where that wood was, they did put in a piece of cement. But again, rocks are coming down. And there's the string, all the gravel that's coming by past that. So let's chat. We want them to do what they originally said they were going to do, and that's put a retaining wall in. I don't remember if you remember, if you saw the video previously, about 5 back maybe, after they took the trees out, they actually said, oh wow, there's so much more room here, we don't need to put a retaining wall in. But I think we need a retaining wall, because let's take a look from up here. That is our yard. All that gravel has come down. Now today they did have a machine up there, and you can see where it's smoother. They were trying to pull it up, but as they pull up, it falls off the hill. And so like our neighbor said to us, which I hadn't even thought about, what about when winter comes and they're plowing the roads and the snow gets pushed up and over the hill, where's it gonna go? It's gonna come crashing down here. And not only that, what kind of fence could you possibly put in here that would hold all of this gravel back. So as I said, love my gazebo. That's going down hopefully this week. Like I said, we want them to do what they said originally and put a retaining wall in. And then above that, we want a chain link fence, and we want the one that has the little plastic slats that go through the chain link fence, because it needs to be something, if rock starts sliding, it can't be going through the fence and landing in our yard. And quite frankly, right now, our place is unsellable. If we were wanting to sell our house, there's no way. It's just not great. Let me show you what we look at out the kitchen window and off of our back deck. So before, when we would look out our window, we had like 30, 35 foot cedar trees. We could not see the top of the road. I mean, the trees were probably even taller than that. This is what we see from the inside of our kitchen. Let's go outside. And this is what we see from our deck. Now, they have said they're going to put topsoil on it, but if you ask me, topsoil is going to fall down, and then they're going to spray on some seed type thing and then put a cocoa mesh over it. But even then, I'll have to drive up the road and show you guys what that looks like to give you an idea. But I mean, this is a tall hillside now, but would you guys want this as your view? So this is what it looks like when you come up to our place. They have just paved this. I think it's going to have another layer of paving on it. And then there's the hillside. I think he's decided it's too much for his bike. And then you can see as we come up here, you can see our place to the left. Before we had trees, now you can see everything, but you can see what the road is looking like, and we're probably going to get bumpy. So, yeah, let's go over. I can't, well, they brought it out. Like, this is where the road was, and now it's that far. So this is up above us, and I want you to take a look at the house up on the right-hand side there. Really, they're the only other house that I think is affected, not near as much as us. Because they're up on the hill. They don't have to look at any ugly hills or sides. But what you will see is their carport. It's bumpy. Sorry guys, this road is very bumpy. Up on the side there, you can see their carport. And as we get closer, you will see that it is very close to where the edge is. And that seems to be getting carved away as well. I'm sure they'll be putting in a retaining wall, but yeah, so that's it. Nice and bumpy drive. Okay, we're gonna wait till we get to the grassy part. Okay, so this stuff is what they tell us they're gonna plant on our hillside. As you can tell, this is not very high, but you can also see all the weeds in there. I think this was planted last year. I'm seeing, like, look at lovely, lovely weeds. Now this next section was planted later. Again, not as steep or as high as ours. But look at the gaps in there. Like, there's already gaps. Like, this is what's supposed to be holding our hillside together, is the roots of these plants. So right now, I don't have high expectations. Okay, going home. Okay, so we're just coming down the hill towards our place. And that is what you see when you come down here. There's no nice trees anymore, no greenery. So we'll see what happens. But you can also tell how much wider they're making the road from what it is, like where the dirt piles are here. That was kind of the edge, maybe a bit farther, but that is what it looks like, folks. Okay, gonna turn it off and go home. So thanks for coming on a ride with me and seeing what it was looking like. So like a day and a half, meet with the city, and just praying that, you know, they do the right thing, that they put the retaining wall in, put a decent fence in, because like I said before, this is our home. But I'm going to say goodbye and good night from My Mini Homestead. Gonna go get this posted. Bye all.